Hi, I'm Maggie,
Hi, I'm Grace, and this is
a very bookish podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to episode 10. We are at 10 episodes. I can't believe we've been doing this for 2.5 months now. That's crazy. I mean,
It doesn't even feel like it's been that long, honestly, though.
it honestly just feels like we just FaceTimed like twice, we FaceTime like 3 times a week anyways. So it is kind of great. Fair warning, if you hear music in the background, that is the people right next to my dorm room singing at the top of their lungs. It is only 9:14 p.m., so technically they can still sing as loud as they want, but I can hear everything they sing quite clearly. Hopefully y'all don't, but a little housekeeping before the episode starts. I'm gonna just say personally, I have a giveaway going on for hitting 2.4K, but I'm at now 2.5K. So thank you. I will link the video down in the description below so you can see the giveaway and all the rules and stuff. It's on my TikTok. You'll just have the link that will click right to the video. Grace, do you have anything going on?
No. I hit 4K on TikTok a little while ago, like maybe a week ago, or Sunday. I don't remember what day. And I was gonna do a giveaway, but I just did 2 giveaways, so I'm like, I'm gonna pump the brakes a little bit and just wait. Mostly because shipping costs so much. It's very, very expensive. But I do like doing giveaways because anytime I do a giveaway, I usually like dump in a whole bunch of stuff from my sticker shop. If you guys didn't know, I do have a sticker shop. I haven't added anything to it. I still have not added my card and stickers that I did before How the King of Elfhame. I know, don't look at me like that, Maggie. You know what? I'll add them to my shop Saturday because I still have to take pictures for them. They're very cute. They have like a little golden apple, whatever. It was okay, I guess. And I have to get back to doing that because I want to do. I'm giving the podcast all the deets on like what I want to do. So, if you guys didn't know, I'm trying to keep up a book journal doing that, and I always want to do bookish stickers that could go along with my bullet journal. And I was like, how cute would it be if I made like sticker packs based on a book for people to insert into their bullet journals? Like if you were reading these Violent Delights, like you would have like Scarlet Gang stickers and bullet points and like little quotes and like the sticker of the book cover and like the white flowers and like little guns and pistols and things, aesthetics of the book in sticker form for the bullet journal. So I'm trying to get that together. I want to do one for A Crown of Gilded Bones. So I'm hoping to get that done by March. And oh, I got my corset for my Poppy cosplay today. I'm excited about that. And then I ordered some green contacts. It's coming together, guys. It's coming together. So I had promised so many people out there that I was going to do a Poppy cosplay. Dyed my hair. I've gotten it all together. It's going to happen. I'm not backing down. I promise. Beth inspired me.
I am so excited for your Poppy cosplay. I also think that we should do like a very bookish podcast, like sticker or something for the shop. I feel like that would be really cool to add for future. So like our logo basically on a sticker so that listeners can get it. And we can send it to guests and stuff. So maybe we could do like a very bookish podcast listener sticker or something. And then like, and also just like, I don't know.
We have so many ideas because we also wanted to do tumblers for drinks and things like that, and we also wanted to do t-shirts for it, and we wanted to do like vinyls for like computer things too, pins. We're on it.
We definitely have a whole bunch of merch that we want to do. Also, another part of housekeeping, I want to thank everybody who listened to our Beth. That has been our best podcast up to date, not with just us liking it, but in views and overall listener support for that podcast. So I want to say thank you, Beth, for coming on and talking with us. I fangirled for 4 hours. I don't know if a lot of you know, but it took us 4 hours. We talked for 4 hours, which was another 2 hours after the podcast ended. We talked for so long, and we were like, I don't know, it was like almost 1 a.m. here, where I am.
We were like all yawning and tired, but we just did not want to stop.
We have to have her on again. Like, we have to.
She no, for sure she's coming on. For sure.
Yeah, I really want her on again. I don't know, we'll talk about some kind of book with her. Another housekeeping thing that I have is we are going to start doing more of those book podcast episodes. So our next guest, spoiler for next week, is going to be Faye, which is at Literary Lesbian on TikTok and Instagram. And then after that, our episode is going to be These Violent Delights episode. So it's going to be a spoiler episode. So if you want to listen in, we're giving you at least 2 weeks to go ahead and get it. We have it for our book club. So we'll probably film it soon. I don't know. I am only halfway through. Grace has finished it, which you finishing a book before me?
I know, unheard of, right?
I mean, I am really busy at school. Like, you've seen how stressed I've been. Like, I'm like working in between like classes and stuff. Like, I had to do emails today because I forget because I'm 18 credit hours and it's all business classes. It started off really fast. My biz law class just shot right out of the park, right out of the gate. I think that's what it's called. But that's gonna be on. Let me check. I think it's February.
So the episode will air on the 26th of February. That will be our These Violent Delights episode. Or no.
No. It's the night.
The 19th. There you go.
I was right. These Violent Delights is gonna be on February 19th.
And then our episode with Faye is going to be on the 12th of February.
Yes, and that's going to be about LGBTQ plus romance and YA romance specifically. She is a YA reader, so that's what our episode's going to be about. Anything else for housekeeping before we get started? No?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so we wanted to start doing more because we do a lot of like book talker guests and stuff every other week, and then our of our episodes of just us, we really wanted to start condensing them and making them more about specific books that we read because we do have a book club that we all read together. And so we thought that's a perfect way to just get content out of it, is get everybody's opinion and then talk about it on the podcast.
We do have a bunch of books that we do read together as part of our book club, and then as Maggie and I just deciding to read books together. Though we haven't done one in a while.
I forgot to read The Princess Will Save You. I haven't even read it yet. Everybody else in our admin group has read it except me.
Terrible, Maggie. No, it's fine.
I have the audiobook too.
Well, you go to work tonight, so.
But I'm going to read These Violent Delights.
Fine.
I'm busy, Grace. I'm busy. I literally had to tell Grace, I was like, I have to move meetings to weekends now because I cannot do it school nights, because my school nights are like, I have to focus on school because that's like my main priority. I'm a B student.
Pretty soon, the podcast episodes are just going to be me. Just going to be talking.
You just see slowly me like just starting to do homework while talking on the podcast. Oh my gosh, no, that'd be funny.
That's when I'll bring Jacob along. Jacob is my youngest eldest brother. That's not right.
You're the middle child.
Yeah, but I want to know how do you say it? Is it youngest eldest or eldest youngest?
Eldest youngest
of my youngest brothers?
Yeah.
But then that implies that I have more brothers. I only have 2 younger brothers, just so everybody knows.
It's plural.
Whatever. Jacob, I always say that he's gonna come on because he can talk, but he doesn't read anything. So, matter of fact, I made a deal with him. I said, if he said if I watch WandaVision and Cobra Kai, because
Mhm.
he likes Cobra Kai. If I watch Cobra Kai and WandaVision, which of course I was already gonna watch WandaVision, he will read one book to be on the podcast. Yes. You heard
Oh,
it first.
okay. Okay, I see him. I see him.
You need to figure out what he should read, and he needs something not too heavy romancing, maybe like a little not spicy either.
Oh, I could not look your brother in the face and talk about wanting.
No. My brother is 21.
He's a little
So
bit older than me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Grace, do you want me to be your sister-in-law?
no. What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hold on. That explains a lot. Hold on. Is that why you kind of always start giggling when he comes by? Wait. Hold on. We need to address this.
I'm not hitting on your brother. I was trying to make a joke.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Grace, you
mean,
don't want to be family with me?
Maggie, look, I like you.
You don't
But
like me that much.
I don't think he's what you need.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
That's not saying anything about my brother.
It's about
But
me. It's about my
no,
daddy.
it's not about you either. Why are we even talking about this like it's a possibility? It's
I
not.
don't know why.
Anyways,
It's okay. I got
um,
hit on by my friend this week through a meme, and I was just like, it was like some kind of meme where like give a girl cheese and she'll love you forever, something like that. And he's like, I'll cheese you up, and I was like, sir,
will it
what?
will it be Gouda?
I don't like him.
No. Tell me you know where that's from.
I know.
My favorite's Gouda. You don't know where that's from?
I know where I know what you're talking about, but I don't know where it's from. Grace, you can't ask me those kinds of questions. I don't know where they're from. I know stuff, but I don't know how I know it.
From She's the Man. Amanda Bynes, Channing Tatum.
I think I've seen it. I've seen the scene, but I haven't seen the full movie.
Hold on. You just made me feel so old.
Much younger than you.
You made me feel so girl, you're 4 years younger than me.
4 years is a long time.
Almost 5.
How old are you?
I'm 24 now. I'm turning 25 in April.
I thought you were 23.
What wrong, Maggie? No. I'm 24. I'm about to hit mid-20s. Like actually hit the mark.
You're
Yeah.
old.
You feel extra old because you didn't get that reference. Terrible.
I think I've seen the scene, but I haven't seen the movie. I don't watch a lot of movies anymore. Grace, all I do is read.
That's like a top 2000s movie.
Okay, in the 2000s? Do you know how old I was in the 2000s?
Exactly. Exactly. That's a problem. That's the difference with and you know what's crazy is that like I'm at the age where I'm not a millennial. I'm a zillennial.
You're
Is
the queen.
that what the kids call it these days?
I don't know. Apparently, I'm a Zoomer. I have no idea what that means. I think we're both Zoomers. We're in that like between Gen Z.
I'm a zillennial. You're a Zoomer. No. I'm a zillennial.
Why are we talking about this again?
You're more Gen Z.
But like, I'm not Gen Z. I'm like that in between where
When were you born?
21. No, not 21. I was born this year. 01. Early 01.
Yeah, you're what's
A
that?
Zoomer?
You're a Gen Z.
I thought it was like 1998 to like 2002 are like the in between.
95 and 95 to 2000.
Okay, I'm literally February 2001. Like I'm basically 2000.
The 2000 year is like teetering on the front end of the next phase coming in. So it's like millennials, and then right at my year it starts, what is it, Gen Z?
I know. Why are we talking about this?
We need to figure this out because you're over here not learning 2000s movies. She's the Man, peak of Amanda Bynes, which is like, that's top tier romance comedy right there.
I don't like
Anyways,
comedy.
this meme, for my listeners out there who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Maggie, you need a move a vacation. A move vacation. That's what you need.
I don't like romantic comedies.
It's not about liking it. You just gotta watch it. It's
But
just
I hate them. It's
it's a
like
movie that you don't like watching, but you just watch it just to watch it. Like book adaptation movies. You don't watch them because you think they're great movies.
don't segue. I saw that segue. Literally, one of our topics is book movie adaptations. That was the worst segue.
Hey, I did a pretty good job of going back to books.
It was smooth, but I hated it because I knew it was gonna happen.
Good job, me.
You know what? This is gonna be like.
It's like one of those movies that you watch just to watch. You don't watch it because it's like amazing movie, cinematic, whatever. You watch it because it's funny, and you just watch it just to watch it. The romance isn't even that good. It's just a funny movie.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm really thinking your maid of honor placement.
If I could be, I will watch it if I could be your maid of honor.
Dude, we're talking about this as if I already have a husband.
I know you don't. We're both single.
I don't even have a boyfriend. I don't even have a crush in real life.
I mean, I have celebrity crushes, but okay. Segue to book to movie adaptations.
Right.
The one I want to talk about is Bridgerton. Now,
that's what we're going to talk about. Today we're talking about book to movie, book to big screen adaptations.
And so I watched the TV show 5 times already.
Terrible.
It's bad. It's bad how much, like they say like 82 million people have streamed it. And I'm like, does that count the 5 times I have streamed it? Because I know people have watched it more than once, especially episode 6. But I have issues with the book. Hate the book. Because I read the book after, and in the book, the only POVs are Daphne and the Duke, Simon. There are no no Eloise, no Penelope, none of their stories in here. And I hate that. Because in the TV show, you get so much more POVs, and it makes it such an interesting. Yeah, it makes it such a better story. And it's just the book. It's like 400 pages, I think.
That's it. Oh gosh, look how privileged I am to read books that are like to be like books under 400 pages.
Yeah.
Give me a book 100 plus pages and that's where it's at. Like terrible.
Well, because this also has the second epilogue, which Kate from Nautical Reads read, and she said it spoiled the other parts of books for her. And I was like, oh, so I didn't read that. But it's like 400 something pages, and it just felt like I was like reading so that I could say I read it, but I was like I was way more interested in the side character stories than I actually was in this romance, because
You knew how it panned out already, and
I knew what happened already. And like I've read a lot of manga with the same storyline, where like a duke and somebody like fake a romance and then they end up actually falling in love. That's my favorite type of manga. Uh,
honestly, Neptune had some really good ones.
I did them on like manga websites that I read them on, or like manga apps, because like Webtoons is like a comic
Yeah,
kind of thing,
that-
whereas like I was reading like manga, kind of like, but it was like English translated manga, so it still had like the Japanese characters, but then it had English underneath.
honestly, like side note here, the only thing stopping me from like getting into manga is just like I'm gonna want to get like the full set of a specific one, and I'm
It's
gonna
expensive.
and I just that's I don't care if it's expensive. I'll still buy it. But like I want to have space for it. That's my thing. That's the only thing stopping me.
Yeah.
I want
Well, because like some like I know like uh My Hero Academia and like those have like volumes up in the 70s. Not I think it's I there's so many because I worked at Barnes and Noble, so I know them. I know what the covers look like. Don't remember the title. I always go by covers. Um, but like the mangas, I feel like were so much better than like actually reading like a book about it. It just I feel like it was the TV show beautifully written. They actually I didn't understand what Simon's ethnicity was in the book, because we like in the TV show they talk like they have like different people with different like ethnic backgrounds and stuff, whereas in the book it really doesn't talk about that much.
I thought it did. I thought it talked about how about why there were more BIPOC characters in the book because like times had just changed because the queen she was black and she married the king.
That was in the TV show.
That wasn't in the book though?
I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the book. At least if it was, I totally missed it. Like it wasn't a big thing in the book.
Oh.
Cuz I like that's the thing is I totally like she talked about his eyes, but I don't I like read it so much I read it and I was like maybe I have to go back and reread cuz maybe I skipped over it all the time she mentions his skin color, but I don't remember what ethnicity he is. And they didn't, you know, the scene, the opening scene where they all go to be presented in front of the queen? Not in the
Mhm.
book. It's not in the book. Like it's the first scene in the TV show. It's not even in the book.
So she's not the diamond.
No,
How
she's not the diamond of the season. The whole like diamond of the season thing is from the TV show. Like they put that into the TV show. It's not in this book. It's actually her second season out in society in the book.
oh.
Can I spoil the book for you? Is that okay if I spoil the book?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna read it.
So, like in the book, guys like her as a friend. Nobody views her romantically. Like Daphne in the book is not like this shining diamond who every guy wants to be with. Every guy likes her and thinks she's objectively beautiful and stuff, but they don't romantically like her. And
I, that hit my soul. Right
I
there.
know that hit my soul. So like, but like she's more witty in the book. That's I like Daphne, book Daphne more than I like TV show Daphne, but I still don't like Daphne. But it's just like me just giving a full presentation on Bridgerton to you guys. But like she like hits like the whole altercation with Benbrook that happens in the gardens happens at the first ball in this book. Like I have a whole TikTok video on it, like the differences and stuff. Can I spoil it? I'm just gonna spoil it for you because you're probably not gonna read the book.
No.
Um, Anthony, her brother, knows about the ruse in the book.
Oh.
Yeah, because they told him.
So they told him before they went along with them, so it wasn't like this big thing. Okay, really quickly, because like that reminds me of this TikTok that I saw. Okay, so like if you didn't know, Maggie, you didn't know either, because I don't think I've shown this side of myself to you yet. A new level in our friendship. It's
I'm
not bad.
scared.
It's not bad. It's a good thing. Well, it's a good thing to certain people. To certain people, it's not that serious. Why am I explaining this? I really like Friends, the TV show. Okay. Do you like it too? You don't watch it. Oh my gosh.
I've watched the first 2 episodes and I hated it. I could not watch it anymore because I hated Friends. Like all of my friends like Friends and I hated Friends.
It's my comfort show. Like if I'm feeling like really depressed or if I'm like in one of my spirals that I have often, I can watch Friends and I'm good. Like it's that show for me. It's fine. It's fine.
I
it's
just
it's fine.
it's like that rom-com kind of thing that I just don't like.
No. Okay, I get the vibe.
I re- I grew up on like action movies and I grew up on a lot of like fast-paced action kind of stuff. I didn't grow up watching like romantic things. Like I never watched like romance stuff at all.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
never did until
I like action movies a lot too, but I'm just more well-rounded.
but that's like exclusively what I would watch. If it wasn't like action, I didn't watch it. Like my parents didn't expose me. My dad's from the military, so of course I'm gonna watch all like guns blazing kinds of TV shows and movies and like crime things. That's how you know I'm all fucked up in the head is because I all watch exclusively crime shows. And then
Okay.
Bridgerton.
And Bridgerton. Okay. So like my thing about Friends is like, okay, there's this episode, you're not gonna ever watch it, but those of you who have watched it, you know what I'm talking about. That that one episode where the one where Ross finds out. And it's the one where Ross
What does he find out?
he finds out that his sister is dating his best friend, one of the friends.
Okay.
So there's 6 of them, right? So the Monica, she's the one with the black hair. She's dating Chandler, the funny, awkward one. And they've been dating for some time, and everybody in the group knows. But then one day he's looking at an apartment across the street that has like a view of their window.
Oh, I've seen this.
And like they're like making out and they're about to get it on, and he's just like, "That's my sister, what are you doing? That's my sister." And he runs out, and then the next episode starts and he's like, "I know what you're doing with my sister, I know what you're doing, get off of her," and all of these things, right? And then they let him in and he's like all mad about to like come at Chandler, and then he's just like, "It's not what you think, it's not what you think, I'm in love with her." And you know, he's all mad, and then he hears this and he's like all angry, and then he goes like, "My best friend and my sister," and he's so happy. And somebody used that sound as a voiceover for Anthony. at first he was at first he was like, "My best friend and my sister, how could you do this?" and blah blah blah, and so mad and so angry and throwing hands. But then when he finds out that they're engaged, he's like, "My best friend and my sister."
Yeah, that's why I didn't like Anthony knowing it in the book. I didn't like it because like he was always suspicious of Simon because he knew it was fake. And versus whereas in the TV show, he's suspicious of Simon because he doesn't know Simon's true intentions. He has no idea why Daphne and Simon are always hanging out. Like he doesn't know. So that's why he's suspicious. Versus as in the book, he's suspicious because Simon's basically using Daphne. But also Daphne in the book, like tries to ruin everything. Like in the like episode 3, I think she's running away. Also, there's no prince in the book. No
Okay.
prince. So instead of like Daphne running away into the garden and Simon chasing her, she lures Simon into the garden. Yeah.
I don't know.
Basically, book Daphne, yes, she's witty and stuff, and I like that, but she does everything that kind of forces Simon, like, because she kind of like manipulates it so that like Simon like follows her and like they end up making out, and like then Anthony sees and like the duel happens and all that stuff. Um, and then there's that whole scene of the assault and stuff that it's just it's in the book it's worse. In the book it is bad, and I understand why they made it different in the TV show, because if everybody saw it how it is in the book, you would hate Daphne. You would hate her with a burning passion, because it feels like in the book she manipulates Simon into
She manipulates him throughout the whole relationship.
yeah.
So I can only imagine what that scene, because in the show, that's the only one where she truly manipulates him.
Yeah.
That one scene in
In
that
the
what
book, trigger warning for sexual assault. In the book, she has sex with him while he's drunk. And while he's drunk, she forces him, like how she did in the TV show, she forces him. And that's when he sobers up, is when that happens. And Simon is so taken aback by it that he literally spends 2 months apart from her. Like, Simon leaves because he cannot handle what she did. Like, it's that bad, where she, like, Simon was so taken aback by it in the book. Whereas, and then also, it's after like 2 months, and then he finds out like stuff, and then he comes back to her, and like it literally in like the last chapter, everything's okay. Like, it literally glossed over the, even in the TV show, I feel like it glossed over the fact that that happens. And it is a very crucial thing that happens, and not a lot of people talk about it.
Well, when the show came out, and it was gaining hype, Kate Jacobs from Kate's books.
Mhm.
She is one of like the first biggest book talkers that I follow and that I have known. She made a post about it, about like, because she's read the books and things like that, and then she was talking about the show, and she was talking about how like she was so angry that they kept that scene in the book. I mean, in the from the show, and that because a lot of things were different from the book, she was hoping that they would have changed that, but that they didn't, and she was angry because of that. So I knew it was doing it.
I understand how they changed it in the TV show, where Simon was lucid. He was not. He was sober when it happened, and yes, it was sexual assault. Because she did force him when he was like, no, like no. And in the book, it's way worse, because he's so angry he stutters in front of her, and that's why he leaves. Is because he starts to stutter. Like, she's utterly angered him and shocked him so much he doesn't know. Yeah, he is so shocked, and he doesn't know what to do, that the only thing he can do is run away. And like, and Daphne's like, I can't believe he left me. And then she's also like, well, maybe I did force him. And I'm like, you think? This man left because he was so taken aback by what you did. And he forgives her so easily. So easily. And I hated that. And that's why I feel like there needed to be more to the book, because it like that was like their main fight, and they just glossed over it. That, and Simon didn't recognize that, like she said, like, yeah, what I did was bad and stuff, but Simon didn't recognize, like, hey, like, I felt like in the TV show they should have done that. I know you haven't finished it, but
Yeah, I got one more.
It's talked about that
You can spoil it because it's been out for a while.
I won't spoil like other things. I'll just spoil stuff with Daphne and Simon. But like in the TV show, it also moves so past fast past that point. Like in the TV show, they stay together after it happens. They're like still together, whereas in the book, they're separated. And that's where I kind of like didn't like that the TV show did that. Is I feel like it needed to impact Simon more in the TV show because it impacted Simon a lot in the book. And I feel like both of them glossed over the utter fact that she assaulted him. Yeah.
A lot of times, like there's a lot of things always cut out from the books that could have been in the shows. And like when you're reading a book, you are hungry for certain scenes to be made into movie scenes or TV scenes. And it's kind of sad when it doesn't work out. Like just like how things, that emotional tie, emotional connections they have in the books, they don't have in the
Yeah.
movie. Like we're watching A Discovery of Witches together, and I read the book Shadow of Night, which is the second season, and there's a few characters in the book that have such an impact on the two main characters' lives, and he's one of my favorite characters. And so far in the show, granted we're at episode 4, 3, 4, we're on episode 4, and
I have no idea.
he is not, he's hardly there, and it's kind of sad because it's just like he was such a big part of the plot, and it didn't happen. And I feel like that sometimes directors are, that's a big hit or miss, and that's where a lot of people, TV shows lose their book loving audience because they don't show those emotional heavy moments.
Yeah. Taking it, I'm just using Bridgerton as an example. Like in Bridgerton, Simon comes to the house and like brings Daphne's mom's flowers. Like he brings her mom flowers. And they also have a scene where they're on a boat together. Simon falls in the water. Like it's a good, it would have been a good scene for the movie because I felt like, or the TV show, because in the TV show it's a lot of dancing. It's a lot of like going to balls and dancing.
Yep. Promenade, all of that walking around.
Promenade on the lawn. But I did see that they did exchange the boat scene for the scene where Benbrook comes up, because in the book Benbrook doesn't fight for Daphne at all. Doesn't happen at all in the book.
Okay. But then
like, you know how it's a big thing in the movie, in the TV show, it's a huge thing. Does not happen in that's why I love the TV show so much more than the book, because so much happens in the TV show that's like, and it's so many more perspectives, and it's just, I feel like it's better written than the book. Let's see, I think it's from when, let's see when it was written. 2000. It was copyrighted in 2000.
it's older than you.
It's older than me. It's older than me. Now I understand why this scene is in there. It's older than me. Of course it's going to be in there.
Yep.
It's older than me. This book is 21 years old. It can legally drink.
Yeah, like you got to realize, like, I think that's what people don't realize when they're reading books is like some of these books are older than a lot of reawakenings in like social norms.
J.R. Ward. Those books I can appreciate. Like they do have a lot of like, oh, this is
cringy, early 2000s, 1999, Buffy the Vampire, leather vampire stereotypical types, which are my bread and butter a little bit.
They are like
top of your TV.
If a man like just swooped me away on a motorcycle, it clad in leathers and a helmet on, and just stole me away, I wouldn't complain. I would be like, Daddy Dom, take me away, kind of thing. Like, that's why fictional characters ruin men for me. Because
Well, because who's gonna be like that now?
I know, right? Like, who's gonna be like that? Like, who is gonna like come up to me and be like, I'll take you away and like seduce me? No one.
I mean, they'll come up to you and tell you that they're taking you away, but they won't be seducing you while doing it.
No, they won't. They'll be trying to kidnap me. I just realized how much my seducing did sound like kidnapping. But I want it to be somebody I know. That's the difference. Is I don't want it to be a stranger. I want it to be like somebody I know and I like have a crush on. That's the difference. I don't want strangers seducing me.
I don't know. Yeah, because it's kind of weird. Okay, so like quick story. Gosh, I always have story time every time we do these podcasts with you and me. So I went to go get Chipotle today, right? And it's just like a brief encounter. It's not even like a thing, but like, so it's at the university. It's one of the housing units for USC students, and like the Chipotle is on the ground floor, so you have to go into the parking, and you put in your credit card into the machine, and it doesn't give you a ticket now. So like before, like you would get a ticket, you would push the button, get a ticket, and the parking thing would lift and you would go in, right? So now that system's gone, and it'll just be like you put your card in and take it out, and then when you leave you just put your card in again and it'll automatically charge whatever you owe to eliminate the ticket thing. Anyways, so we're doing that, but it's like at a weird curve, and I'm in my mom's van because I love driving it. I'm a big soccer mom driver. And the security guard is right there, and he's like, oh, do you need some help with that? And I was just like, oh yeah, okay. And I don't look at me like that while I'm telling you stories. So I give it to him, and then like he puts it in, and then we're waiting for it to go, and then he's just like, oh, so where are you going? And I was just like, oh, I'm just going to Chipotle. And he goes like, oh, okay, well. And then like he just doesn't say anything, and he kind of just like looks at me, and I was just like, and I look like this, okay? No, nothing on my face, freshly showered, which I guess that's at least I got that, and my hair is like all wet or whatever, and then I take it back in the car, and he's just like, all right, well, bye. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna see me when I come out. So I park the car, and like I look up at him, and like he kind of like looks up at me, and he gives me the nod. And I was kind of like, okay. And so I go in, and then I come out, and then like, he doesn't see me when I come back to the car, but then I go back to the car. Keep in mind, my brother's with me. Okay. Keep in mind, Jacob's with me in the next. And so the problem is that I think he saw Jacob walking with me to the car, and then he was just like, here, I'll do it for you. And then he did it again, and I was like, dang it, Jacob. And it's like, I'll get those moments of like a quick brief flirt, like interest.
God, Jacob has to ruin everything for you.
And like Jacob, because Jacob, it looks like Jacob and I are together. When you see a couple walking around, you automatically think that they're together. Not like saying like, we're hugging or we're like leaning on each other or anything. But he is a little bit taller than me. And he's a dude.
Yeah. So you'd think like, oh, she is.
So actually one time he and I were on the train, and we were going to Disneyland to meet up with our cousins, and some lady on the train was just like, oh, you two make a cute couple. And I was like, he's my brother. Oh yeah. But my point with this story it's just like, sometimes a quick little flirt is just enough. It kind of makes you feel like, oh.
It makes your day. Like when a guy like will flirt with you, it makes your day. Okay, so here's a little story time for me. Not that big, but it happened today as well. So I commented on a video. And it's this guy I follow. And I was like, I'm respectfully looking, sir. And then it has like a hand. Like, I'm respectfully looking at you, but I notice. And he has like, a lot of followers. Never see my comment. Another dude comments on it. But he just says like LOL, but then I look at his page and he's like 55K. And I was like, oh,
Oh, you got noticed.
I got noticed and I got caught today. I got caught sipping for a man that I will never meet. And I was just like,
Tell me it was like one of those thirst traps that you always sending me. Yeah. No, but I can't say anything either because I'm up in those comments too. I'm just like,
it's so funny that our like TikTok, like DMs are like either we're sending each other thirst traps, Henry Cavill, or book content. That's literally what it is thirst traps, Henry Cavill, and book. I mean, Henry Cavill is a
more
thirst trap.
specifically, Korean thirst traps. Korean boys are where it's at. Yeah, you know, I've said this a bunch of times before. I went to a high school in Koreatown here in Los Angeles. Just imagine had I known what my taste of men would have gone into. All those Korean boys I went to school with, I want to know what's up with them now. But I kind of don't because I knew them in high school. It's like,
Like
no.
I'm not fetishizing Asians or anything, but
But
like
they're cute.
Korean men
And
are on another level. Like I want to get a Tinder just so that I can pin it to South Korea and look at the men. Like I will respectfully look.
cute. And it's something about them because like it's not just like, you know, Korean that they're Korean, but just like the way that they are and the way that they carry themselves, the way that they dress, the way that they like they're clean. Those are my things for attractiveness. What no matter what race you are, is cleanliness, how you carry yourself, and how well you dress. If you got those three things going for you and you look like you got yourself together, I instantly find him attractive.
I also think that it has to do with us watching K dramas that has influenced us a little.
Have to because a lot of the TikToks that I do send you are snippets from K dramas.
Yeah, we have to get back onto our K drama role. We have to watch WandaVision. We have to watch K dramas. We have a ton of K dramas we have to watch together. Um, so I'm gonna kind of segue this into um we're gonna move away from like book adaptation, basically Bridgerton. We were just talking about Bridgerton, really. To no buying in February. I have not bought a book since
Yeah,
I came to school. I've not bought a book in like 2 weeks.
so I'm implementing a no book by February because
The
I can't
shortest month of the year.
look.
The year you're like, I'm not gonna buy for 28 days.
Did you have to point that out? Like, no, you needed to like. I mean, we knew that that's what it was, but you didn't got it. You didn't have to say it.
I have to keep you humble somehow.
You do. Okay, okay, fine. I'll give you that. Yes, the shortest month of the year. I'm implementing. Hey, baby steps. Baby steps.
Baby steps, baby steps.
So I am not buying a single book in February. I am strictly going to read books that I already have on my shelf. So this month for my TBR that I'm reading I'm hoping to get to personally is Lovely War, You Had Me at Ola, and Rose Marked. Those are three books because I did want to do like a color themed February TBR, and all of those books are pink and I've had them for a while. They were actually during that whole like Amazon wish list, people buying off of each other's wish list. Those three were actually given as gifts. You Had Me at Ola was actually given to me by Celine, I believe. So I've been really excited to read that, but I was saving it for February for this month. And then of course I'm finishing Air of Fire. We just finished These Violent Delights. Akosif. And I think that and Queen of Shadows if I get to it, but I'm probably not gonna get to it.
Yeah. So I have to finish these Violent Delights. I have to read The Princess Will Save You, which I think that's a good like romance.
It's a quick, it's like watching The Princess Bride.
Okay, okay. So these Violent Delights, The Princess Will Save You. I have Wicked Saints. I'm doing like the Fairy Loot read along. Oh no, Fake Crate read along with it. So I have Wicked Saints, and then I have Ruthless Gods up here. So I'm gonna try to read those.
I have Wicked Saints too. Should I try to read that?
Yeah, it's red. It has a red spine.
Right. So,
That doesn't matter.
kind of.
um, and then I have A Heart So Fierce and Broken,
And I have that one too.
and We Hunt the Flame.
That too.
Because Kate got We Hunt the Flame for both of us for Christmas.
I know.
So
That should be one of our books to read, to do a meeting on.
that's true. To do a podcast episode on?
We should.
We should. We should. We should.
You know what? We're gonna also do a poll on our Instagram story.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, when this airs, we will do a podcast book episode poll, and we're gonna comment books that we would like to read together as part of our podcast, and we'll leave it open also for you guys to give us some suggestions on what books you would like to hear us break down. And the way that these episodes will go is just like we'll go like kind of like chapter by chapter, kind of summing up. Each episode will be almost like a summary of each book, us going into each scene, how the character grows, talking about our favorite scenes and things like that.
Quotes, kind of. It's how we do it in like our book club, where we have like quotes, questions, scenes, so we kind of like work it out together and discuss it and stuff. It's like a discussion video, and like you can join, and like always join us in the live chats. I always, when it airs, I'm always on the podcast in the live chat. So if you're in the live chat right now watching this live, say hi. I Last episode with Beth, the live chat was amazing. I think that's the most we've had in a live chat, anything discussion wise. It was really great. Sorry, I just hit my mic. Um, but yeah, I really wanted to start doing those, like, because it is a very bookish podcast, and we haven't really talked about any book like specific episodes.
Yeah. We
So
got to, because we do have a lot of books that we're going to read together, and books that we're excited about. Like, of course, we're going to do A Court of Silver Flames, mostly because you and I have been excited about that for a while. Our whole book club is reading it together. Um, and there's just like a lot of circling that, but we won't do that episode for some time.
yeah,
So we'll have time to read that book.
yeah, I think, well, Grace had this idea of putting like how they did for Endgame, is like having a month of allowing people to read it and then talking about it. So like don't talk about it for a full month and then put all the content out you want, because you don't want to spoil it, because literally all of book talk is going to be reading it. And I really hope that they, like, people who do create content for it, please put spoiler warnings, because that is like, I got spoiled today for Sky Beyond the Storm. It was an art piece that spoiled it for me, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah, and that's a problem with a lot of books that are maybe not as popular but still gaining traction, that you'll see things out there and it's kind of like, well, now I know.
Granted, it has been over 2 months since this release, so I really should. I was supposed to read it in December, but I've been kind of like waiting for you, and I kind of want to read it with my like Fairy Loot editions. I want to reread everything with my like special editions and stuff. I think they're going to be mailing this month. It's my birthday present. I'm so excited.
I think I got the email. I was hoping that they were going to send it to me, I think. Or was it the one that I sent you?
You already sent me that. That one was about like they have it in the warehouse. They're gonna be shipping soon. And like apparently like the stenciling on the side is different from when they showed us. Like I was so surprised that they like sent a full email. They were like, "We're so sorry that the stenciling will be different from what we showed you on our Instagram and like the mock-ups and stuff."
Well, because people are gonna like dissect it and like they want to get ahead of that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I understand that, but it's also like the fact that they took accountability and like pointed that out beforehand, where some people might not have done that. They had been like they would shy away from like even acknowledging it, and so I really did like that. I also my fairy loot January shipped, which I'm kind of sad that it shipped now because my parents are coming this weekend, so it's not going to come before then. So I won't be able to open it till like the end of February when I go home, early March. February, which I'm kind of sad because I know it's Lore is the book for that month. And that's why I'm doing my giveaway on TikTok is because I bought Lore and then I found out that Lore was the fairy loot one from Kate. Sorry, something just like fell. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna do a giveaway for my birthday. My 20th birthday, I'm gonna do a giveaway.
I think I might be giving away Lore too.
Did you buy it too?
No, I didn't, but I also have Fairy Loot and Owl Crate.
Oh, they're both. Ooh.
The Owl Crate edition is not that special.
You could do a giveaway, or I don't know. I mean, a lot of people do resell stuff like on that's where I do buy a lot of stuff from like Mercari. For like buying, so like I bought the Owl Crate reading planner off of Mercari. I bought my Blood and Honey Fairy Loot edition box off of Mercari. I bought Fairy Loot playing cards off of Mercari. I feel like that is a very useful tool for people who, when you do get subscription boxes, you might not want everything that's in it. So might as well like sell one of the items that you got if you don't want it. Because you do a lot of giveaways and you've given away a lot of books, a lot.
Yeah, I have. I think I've given away about 4 books
in like the last like 3 months.
Yeah.
And that's a lot.
That is a lot.
And because I know at Barnes and Noble, Lore is sold out. At least at my Barnes and Noble it was. I haven't been back to Barnes and Noble in over 2 weeks.
I'll probably sell it and just sell it for like how a regular edition would be priced.
Yeah.
I mean, it is signed, but I don't really care about like if I get it, I get it. If not, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we talking about before this?
I have no idea.
Okay, so we were talking about A Heart So Fierce and Broken, and we're talking about like our read-alongs for that. Gonna try to do those more. Yeah, I think one that I'm really excited for us to do on the podcast might be Namesake.
Oh yes, because we read that in November. That was our November read for our book club, and we all really enjoyed Fable. It was really we enjoyed that. I'm excited for Namesake. Have you read Bone Crier Moon?
No.
You haven't? I thought you did.
Did I? No, I didn't.
I know you have the. Don't you have the Bookish Box edition though of it?
No, that was the month before I subscribed.
Okay, well, I have Bone Crier Moon because I bought Bone Crier's Dawn.
Through Bookish Box?
The Bookish Box one because I loved the cover and like I'm kind of tempted to get the dust jacket for it so it would match. But yeah, I have that. But fun fact for Wicked Saints, I think I've said this before. My coworker is friends with Emily Duncan. And so she was like, let me know how you like it. And I'm like, girl, I will send you our whole podcast if we ever do like a podcast episode about it. Cause like,
I mean,
apparently it's really good. Like a lot of people like it. And you might not see as many guests coming up these next few months because we might be just trying to get out book episodes really.
Honestly, we might. But then we'll also like throw in a couple of these hangout ones because they're funny too. Honestly, how long did we say this episode was supposed to be today? 30 minutes.
30 minutes? I mean, I mean,
We're
you
coming up
really-
on an hour, maybe.
yeah. No, it's been like 30 minutes, maybe.
Okay, this is not that
We're
bad.
on track. I think. Why
are.
is it like at 45, 50 minutes when I'm saying this?
We are. Just honestly. No, but it's good. Cause like we do have a lot of books that we need to read, and we need to like with our like notebook by February. The reasoning behind that is because I did want to like push out a lot of like books that I have already on my shelves. And like you guys know that I have Owl Crate, I have Fairy Loot, and I have the Bookish Box, and I keep getting a book every single month. That's 3 books that I get every single month. And I have not really read many of them. So I need to do that. That's why specifically I'm creating mini goals
Mhm.
to read them. So that's why today I'm knocking out, I mean, this month I'm knocking out those 3, excluding all of our buddy reads and things like that. Um, just because I don't want to be one of those people who have hundreds of books on their bookshelf and have only read 30 of them, you know, like somebody. I hey, I'm not calling you out. If the boot fits though, it fits.
Now you did not have to like you really had to call me out like that, Grace. Like you really had to because I know for a fact I have 100 books at home that I have a total of 100 books that I have not read that I own on my physical TBR. Guess how many books I have in my dorm room?
1, 2. Oh, dang it. She covered up her shelf so I can't count. I want to say 30. No, 45.
You ready for me to tell you?
60.
76.
What the hell? It's because you have that top shelf there that I can't really see because it's out of frame.
Well, the top shelf only has Throne of Glass and like my J.R. Ward books. I have 8 of those. And then I have my Throne of Glass ones because I didn't bring all of them because I have my paperback Throne of Glass that I sent with my friend. And so she brought them back. And then I have all my ACOTAR books. I have my ACOTAR, my Throne of Glass. I have From Blood and Ash. I also brought like the whole Stalking Jack the Ripper series because my friend does read books. Like I brought books that I've read so that my friend can read them and we can talk about them, kind of thing. So like I have Six of Crows here too, as well.
I need to read that before April.
You do.
I'll read it in March.
Okay, you'll read it in March. We'll have that's an episode that I would like to analyze. Because we both have read. Well, because the actual like TV show is like a prequel of like what the dregs were doing during Shadow and Bone. So it's like the 2 years before Six of Crows when Shadow and Bone was happening. So characters from Six of Crows are in it, but they're not all together like they are in Six of Crows.
Got it.
But
Okay.
Inez, the person who plays her, is like beautiful, perfect. Like the costume designs in the posters and in the stills. Bucky Barnes as the Darkling. My panic for.
It's not Bucky Barnes.
No, it's not. Ben Barnes. I don't know why I was thinking of the Winter Soldier.
You were merging 2 of like your two crushes in one. Hey,
They're literally the same person though.
Bucky does hit. He does. And I'm always kind of sad because he never had that storyline with Natasha. I feel like that would have been a really good one too.
Oh my god. I saw like Natasha's gonna have her own. They have the Black Widow movie coming out, so we might see that. But like there was like a funny like thing that I think it was you who sent me it. It was the like Bucky Barnes and Natasha talking in Russian, and I was just like that would have been so pure is to see that, and
Yeah,
we never will.
I know it would have been good, but oh well.
Like I'm actually really bad that she died.
What? Well, I don't really care too much about it. I'm just starving for the phase of I'm just missing Marvel pushing out movies every year.
I mean, with the pandemic, they pushed back a lot of stuff.
They did, and like but it's because like I grew up watching these movies.
Yeah.
Like these were like
Iron Man, when Iron Man came out and stuff.
when Iron Man came out, it was like my brother and I, we were like awestruck, and then like it when it came to a close, like we watched every single movie together. Um, at least if not the first time together, the second time together, because he and I do this thing where we watch the movie in theaters twice. The first time, you know, you're excited, you're like pumped up for it, you've been waiting for it, and then the second time you're actually watching it to watch it, to pay attention and see like, they should have done this,
See
they
the
should have.
little
Yeah,
stuff.
the first time is excitement, the second time is like, okay, you're actually paying attention, you're not just like, wow, you know. And so when Endgame came out, it was like the weekend after my birthday, and that weekend I decided to book a trip to, because I've been wanting to do it for so long, I wanted to book a trip, a getaway. So I went to Santa Barbara with my ex-boyfriend, and we went up there and we decided, oh, you know, let's watch Endgame, because he was always like, how come you never watch movies with me? And I was like, because you don't really care about the movies like that. So if I go watch it with you, and he's just like, but you always watch it with your family. You never watch it with me. You never want to go to me. And I'm just like, dude, do you ask me to go to the movies with you? No. So why would, anyways, that's a thing. So I was like, fine, I'll go watch this movie with you. So we go watch the movie. I'm sobbing. I'm sobbing throughout this movie. And like, okay, so before the movie before the movie starts, he's like, okay, you gotta make sure that I stay up, because he falls asleep
I
all the
hate
time.
those people.
I hate him for this. And he was just like, just make sure I don't fall asleep. And I'm just like, okay, fine. So that means I'm gonna be tapping you to stay up. I'm like, wake up, wake up. And he starts getting annoyed. And I'm like, of course you would get annoyed, because I'm waking you up. You know, that's how you feel when someone keeps waking you up when you're falling asleep. And I'm sobbing. And then he starts getting on me for crying. He's like, it's just a movie. And I'm like, don't talk to me right now. I was so mad at him. And this is how you can tell that he was just like a total crap face. Because he was just like, are you literally crying right now? You're like literally sobbing. And I'm just like, I couldn't even like really gather myself in those last moments. And we're walking out of the theater at the end, and like other people are like, yeah, yeah, right, crying and like wiping their face. And I'm like, yeah, me too. And I look at him and he's just like, I can't believe you did that. Shut up. Don't talk to me right now. And we go out, and then he's just like, so do you want to go get food? Are you okay? I'm like, no, 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 no. You do not gonna get to do this. This is why I don't go to the movies with you. This is why I never wanted to watch movies with you. And yeah. And then when I end up going home after the weekend was over, I go to watch it with my brother, and he and I like felt it again, and we cried together, and we are like, and I was just like, see, this is what it was. I wasted my first time ever watching Endgame with that asshole. And I could have watched it with my brother, and it would have been like the perfect thing. That's why you got to watch movies that really mean something, that hits you, with people who matter. Don't go with a boyfriend or a girlfriend who doesn't really matter, who's not going to be here in the years.
I I also think it's that type of person, like that type of person who can't get emotional about that. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, I mean, I'm not an emotional person in like when it comes to like real life people, but like when it comes to fictional people, I will cry. Like Endgame, I cried like 5 or 6 times throughout the movie. My sister was making fun of me and stuff, but I was like, I'm like, you did not grow up like I grew up on Marvel movies, like watching Iron Man, watching the Hulk and Spider-Man, like with my dad and stuff. Like I remember watching it. So like watching it all come to an end in Endgame, I was distraught. Oh, also I have not watched the new Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland. I've never seen one.
What? Why not?
I don't know where I can watch
Disney
them.
Plus.
They're not on Disney Plus. They're owned by Sony.
Yeah, you're right. No. Far From Home is on Disney Plus.
Is
Let's
it?
check right now, because if that's the case, we'll watch it right now.
We'll watch it right now. We'll end the podcast and we'll be like, sorry guys, we have to
Watch
go.
Homecoming.
I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure
Dude,
it's
I
not.
swear, my brother watched it.
I don't think it is because like I was trying to watch it with my sister and we were like, "Oh, let's watch it." And then she was like, "It's not anywhere where you can watch it." And I was like, oh,
It
"Really?"
was for like a couple of weeks, right after like Sony and Disney got back to like the
Yeah, Far From Home is not. Because I tried to watch it.
It's on Amazon though. I'll rent it for you.
Oh my god. Oh, no.
Do you think I have shame in that? I really don't.
I don't want you to pay for that just for me to watch it.
Aaron and
I mean,
watch a movie today anyways.
I can get it on Stars. Do you have Stars? We can watch it on Stars.
Watch it on Stars.
Wait, let me check Stars to make sure because sometimes it says like on Google, like I hate that where it says on Google and then it's not.
I got it right here on my phone, girl. Yes, I can watch it.
Okay. So I think this is where we should end the podcast because obviously we're gonna go do other stuff. We have to talk about guests and everything else. Let me grab something real quick.
We have listened to this episode. Like we know that it was all over the place. But when are we never like that?
It was we didn't have like a set topic. I mean, Bridgerton, that was the only set topic that we were gonna talk about really. It was really a
Twilight movies too. But we can save that for a whole other episode.
We were really trying to keep this short.
We really were. And we're still long anyways. But like always, our episodes are meant to feel like you're here with us. And if you were answering and responding along, we see you, we hear you.
Hey, Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa, we know for sure that you're always like responding back to us. Kate too, when you ever get to this episode.
So just kind of to wrap it up, I am giving away a copy of Lore. So make sure I will have the link in the description right to the TikTok video where you can go check to see how to enter the giveaway. Go ahead and follow us on all our social medias. Mine is at a fictional gal all across TikTok and Instagram. What about you, Grace?
I am read.w read.w.grace on Instagram, and I am grace.reads on TikTok. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So and don't forget to follow the podcast on all of our things. We do have like polls going up right now. We also will have our questions for Faye because we will be interviewing her on Monday. So if you could get those into us, we'll have that go up tomorrow on our story on Instagram. Make sure to follow us at A Very Bookish Podcast. Don't forget to like this video. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Pocket Cast, and then also on YouTube, where YouTube listeners kind of get the exclusive watching us kind of thing, whereas like podcast listeners just listen to us. But we do have a couple things planned coming up this year. We're so excited for growing the podcast, and thank you to everyone who watched our last episode. That has been our most listened to episode. I was looking at analytics, and the women listening on Spotify, thank you. And then our 8% male audience, thank you for listening to us. No, but it's funny. I was looking at like our analytics for like Spotify and like our listeners on like other platforms, and it's like women aged 25 to 35. And I was like,
love you guys.
Love you. Thank you. Like, shout out to you. I feel mature. I feel so mature.
Sit down, child. I'm joking.
Grandma, go take a seat, okay? I can still bend my knees. Can you?
With some difficulty.
think I'm developing arthritis. No, I tell you, my cousin has early onset arthritis, and I think I'm getting arthritis in my hand. I might have to start wearing those like arm things for when I like write and stuff or like type because it's actually becoming a problem.
Honestly, your typing is way too fast.
I'm an accountant. I have to be.
It's a good thing though. But yes, we understand our age range covers many areas, as
Yes.
you clearly heard with She's the Man. Anyways, watch us not actually watch Far From Home, and we'll watch. No.
Oh my gosh.
I promise we'll watch Far From Home. But yes, and then also if you're gonna read these Violent Delights, make sure that you guys read it by the 19th, so that way we can make sure that you guys can listen in to that full episode.
And definitely I love to hear your live responses, especially in the live chat. So go ahead during Faye's podcast, during our These Violent Delights podcast, go ahead and like chat with us. I am always on the live chat through the podcast YouTube channel. So like I'm always the one who's responding to people. I kind of manage the social media accounts. Grace is the artist. She does all the artwork. I'm just the manager and managing it, everything. It definitely shows where our talents are. But we both love hearing your responses, and we love you sharing us on social media. We do have now layouts for your Instagram stories. So like the February reads and your January wrap up. So if you do decide to do those, don't forget to tag us. We love seeing them. We love to repost them on our social medias. You don't have to be a Bookstagram to post them. You don't have to be. Anything else, Grace?
I think that's it.
That's it. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that notification on, because now we're going to start saying for the YouTube people to turn the notification on so that you do get reminded. This will be going up. It is almost Friday. It is almost Friday. It's Thursday night, which we're filming this very late.
It's fine.
So we'll have to get the thumbnail up soon. And well, thank you so much, guys, for listening to this very chaotic episode. I think the episode should be Chaos with Bridgerton. I don't know. Something chaos should be the title. Just
For sure.
chaos in all capital letters. Just chaos. Chaos. But guys, thank you so much for listening, and we hope you have a good day. Bye.